Today is 12th May 2026 and time is 8:26 a.m. So yesterday I have shortlisted this stock Sem India projects as the best stock to trade because there was a huge momentum behind, which I have here marked with an arrow like this, and there was a resistance here. It was making continuously higher highs and higher lows here, and there was an inside bar right here, so I was expecting a breakout, but there was a gap down and then there was a strong red bar. However, there were no volumes. As you can see here, the volumes are very less, but still it was a red bar. So I was actually expecting this stock to do some sort of breakout like this, but it just fell. And this is completely acceptable to me because I always have a plan to trade and I only trade my plan. Absolutely no problem. So we'll look for a better setup. So this was with regard to what yesterday I have posted. However, I would like to do a major confession today. I have purchased 25,500 call. The first attempt that I have made was on 13th of April and my purchase price was 182, and I sold it within 3 days at 287 with 100 points up. And then I have re-entered the position at 264 on 17th of April. After my entry, it in a very short period of time it touched somewhere 330, and then there was a gap down and market fell. I should have just either booked here or should have taken a loss. Rather than that, I have actually tried to average down my position. Okay, I know many of you also do this, averaging down so that you can bring the price down. That's good for investment, but that's not good for swing trading. There's a saying called losers average losers. Okay, so you should not have averaged down, but what I did is that I have taken second position here, I have averaged it down here, and at that point of time my average price was around 240, and it fell continuously. And what happened yesterday, I couldn't see the MTM loss, so I thought this should bounce back here, so I purchased at 107. But I would also like to tell you, when I took a trade, the Nifty was not bearish, it was basically looking like a hammer, right? So it was creating some sort of support, so I thought this looks like a hammer, and I can just, and Nifty is supposed to go like this, but rather than that something else happened. Okay, let me just show you how did Nifty behave. This is how Nifty behaved by the day end. Now if I can just take you to a 30-minute time frame, all these things were happening just across these three lines. This is nothing but a trend. So there was a bullish breakout and suddenly there was a gap down. Absolutely, there was a gap down here, and then you see, until this candle, the Nifty was above its opening price, right? So this is where I have taken a trade, hoping that Nifty will probably go like this. However, Nifty just fell again. This is something that I have not expected. However, I have to book a loss. So what I did was that immediately at 3:26 p.m. I have closed my all positions at 93 with a total loss of 20,000. My first trade I made a profit of 6,000. In my second trade I made a loss of 20,000. So the total net loss is 14,000 rupees. Now the plan is not to take revenge trade. Okay, this minus 14,000 is a sunk cost to me. I cannot get it back by trading the same instrument again and again. I just have to admit it. And there can be no revenge trading. And I would not like to get into options right now because it is in a downtrend. And I'll wait for my best time to take the position. See, the easiest way to take and trade is when the momentum was building. Now, if you see here, there was absolutely quick momentum here, 13th of April. Now, let's just look at Nifty how it was on 13th of April. 13th of April is this. So, Nifty was in a strong, not a strong uptrend, I would say an uptrend. It moved 10%. It's very good. And there was a gap down. On that day, I have purchased the stock option and it kind of moved up very fast. Now after that it kind of broke away. So that's the lesson that I have learned, that stay with the momentum, and I hope I'll not make this mistake again. So thanks for watching this video. I'll get back to you on